I'm gonna explain about introduction. For introduction, is media has big cooperation with social, cultural, and political. It helps by interacting with other people and sharing new ideas and opinions. Media also has improved their creativity and social awareness to our society by increased the connection between people and created an environment in which all of us can share our opinions, picture, and lot of stuff we want to share with others. Media also developed international business and marketing for business people, and people more prefer to buy online shopping beside window shopping nowadays. For example, Shopee and Lazada. Media has created an opportunity to widen our world and access to the new and social media because it was unlimited and flexibility. Media also has many positive impact to our culture and also has devoted people in negative way. Some of people think they can share whatever they want to share on social media without knowing it might contain inappropriate picture that can be harmful others. People also start to argue about each other's perspective in political view, religion, social rights, and culture. Media also has negative impact to youth and kids. Nowadays, youth prefer to sit in front of their computer all day by playing games or playing with their smartphone. Meanwhile, kids also might accept the impact and manipulated by some site in which there is some inappropriate information that can lead them into bullying and do whatever they say on the social media. Political also have an impact to media. Political use the online social media platform in political process and activities. For example, to showing their progress about their political campaign, and people with social media platform can access to what they're doing about their political activities. The internet also has created channel of communication that play the key role in circulating news, and social media has the right power to change not just the message but the dynamic of conflict and politics.
Next, I will discuss about definition of social, cultural, and political impacts of media. Social impacts of media. As we all know, we have different society and also have different media perspective. Social impacts can be seen through people's behavior and also the way they interpreted the message that were being delivered to them. Based on Billboard 2017, social impacts is how organization, business, or individuals' actions affect the surrounding community. Media can be both destructive and also constructive, based on how we interpreted the message. We can see that media can manipulate others through the message that have been delivered. Okay, next I will talk about cultural impacts of media. Cultural impacts of media is common things that we heard in this era. We all know that culture has impacts on media. We have different cultures from all around the world, and the way to deliver information for all the cultures is by using their culture to attract their interests. Showcat 2015 said that the media can influence society. There's a lot saying that culture is to be learned but not to be inherited. That is why media gives impact to society. For nowadays, there are a lot of new cultures being introduced, and this can be used to deliver the message to the society. And next is political impacts of media. Political impacts of media can be clearly seen, especially during election. It can be said that majority of the politicians will use media as a medium to share their agenda and also to gain the attention of the society. Samuelu P. 2017 said that media in political aspects is for marketing purposes, and it is also used for political party membership, registration, voters registration, election and electoral campaigns, and electorate management. Media is beneficial in politics because it can spread the news faster. As for in the modern era, the way media is working is through social media, which is even more faster. In politics, the media is a medium that is used to inform the public about the government policies and also provide the news about current issues and things that were going on in the cabinet.
I'm Zurin Azwa that will be talking about development of social, cultural, and political impact of media. From production of information to publishing and printing industries, media planning and education, all areas covered by mass media not only take place inside of the merely industrial practices but also produce social, cultural, and political effects. Media have a profound impact on the ways in which our reality is constructed. They inform and help shape our ideas and beliefs about society, politics, and culture. Representing the interests of different ethnic groups, mainly Malays, Chinese, and Indians, the ruling alliance Barisan Nasional, comprised of UMNO, MCA, and MIC, formed the government after the country's independence. The ethnic tensions continued to grow in the country and eventually resulted in post-election racial riots on May 13, 1969. While there have been debates about the exact cause of the rioting, the riots follow an election that were won by the opposition alliance and exposed countries' vulnerability to political and ethnic clashes. Following the riot and understanding the delicate situation, a mutual agreement was reached among the representatives of Malay, Chinese, and Indian interests in Barisan Nasional. Major newspapers were controlled by the political parties and their investment companies. For example, Barisan Nasional controlled the Utusan Melayu, MCA controlled the Star, and MIC controlled Indian newspapers. RTM and TV3 were also controlled by Barisan Nasional. The presence of the internet as the means to communicate and discuss political issues and mobilize, which could engage the society to potentially participate in political movement. In between 2010 and 2011, the number of internet users in country increased, which on that year presented a unique opportunity to explore people's viewpoints about the country's political system in light of its changing media landscape.
Next, I will explain on how social, cultural, and political circumstances were being practiced on media politic perspective. As we all know, media have the ability to connect the society. Recently, the whole world was shocked because of the pandemic called coronavirus, or well known as COVID-19. It becomes a biggest nightmare for all the people around the world because it already caused a lot of death cases from most of the country. In Malaysia, the movement control order had been announced by our Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin in order to prevent the virus keep on spreading. We can see that the announcement does not only can be seen on television, but it was also broadcasted live on social media such as Facebook and Twitter. Besides, he also introduced the hashtag Stay at Home and Kita Jaga Kita for reminding our people to always stay safe. In Malaysia, Malay, Chinese, India, and other ethnics, especially in Sabah and Sarawak, live in a pluralistic society. Each ethnic group has been able to retain its cultural identity through maintaining and being allowed to maintain their own religion, traditions, and languages. For now, let me focus about one of the main ethnic group in Malaysia, which is Malay. The Malay in Malaysia make up the majority of the Malay peoples in Peninsular Malaysia, Sabah, and Sarawak. The people are classified as Malay by Federal Constitution if they speak their own national language, which is Bahasa Melayu, or well known as Bahasa Malaysia, practice customs, and also the followers of Islam. The most important festival in Malaysia for Malay is Hari Raya Aidilfitri. A day before Shawwal, there will be a special announcement made by Yang di-Pertuan Agong, which will be broadcast live by local television channel. During the announcement, Yang di-Pertuan Agong will wear a traditional attire, which is baju Melayu, instead of wearing suit. As we can see, it is also being practiced by all the reporters from local television channel when they are doing live broadcasting. The uses of media in political perspective are very crucial nowadays. The changes of political scene to a very considerable amount over the most recent few decades shows a proof that social influence can bring small or even big changes to all politicians in their political parties as well. As we can see on social media such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, most of the politicians use it for persuading people to vote or support them, especially during election. They will do the cyber campaigning by keep on posting good things about their parties, such as listing all their manifestos, so that it will be easier for the voters to decide which party are more eligible to administrate the country. The 14th Malaysian general election has attracted much attention. It was a very historical event where Barisan Nasional Coalition, which had governed the country since its independence in 1957, was overthrown by opposing party Pakatan Harapan. The result brought Mahathir Mohamad back to power at the age of 92 to become a prime minister again.
To conclusion, social media will continue to be harmful unless there is something is being done about it. People should be taken care of it because if it not addressed or taken care properly, and social media could cause national and international problem to all users. Social media truly affected our culture, politics, and social in positive and negative ways. Social media has changed how we socialize, gather information, and work in many ways. According to Kirkpatrick, it has become a company that has changed social life around the world.